So once you have all of your pictures taken, the next thing you're going to be doing is you're going to be creating a video using the website called WeVideo. But the first thing I want you to do is I want you to make sure that whoever has all of the pictures in Google Photos shares those pictures with everybody in the group. And the reason that I want you to do that is it's possible that some of you may not finish this project before summer school ends. And then watching this video, you could create your own claymation video as long as you have access to all the pictures. So here are some pictures that Logan and Xavier were nice enough to let me borrow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click right here where it says share, and I'm going to click on get link and copy it. And Logan would do this with Xavier, and then everybody else would do this with your partners. Then what happens is you guys are normally the way that you would share Google Photos is through email, but you guys don't have email accounts associated with your @tempeschools.org account. So we're going to share the link a little differently. We're going to click on these 9 little squares and go to Google Docs. And I'm going to start a blank Google document. And you can call the document whatever you want. I'm going to call this document all our pictures. And then I'm going to go to edit and I'm going to choose paste, and that gives my partner a link to the pictures, and I'm going to press return, and now it's an active link that they can click on. And then for the purposes of this video, I have a student account I'm going to share this to. You can add a note. And then when you hit send, they will get a link in there shared with me that they can then join the Google photo album that you created, or just make a new album, and I'll show you what that looks like. So here's the other person. So we're going to go over to their Google Photos. So I'll close it up just like it might be for them. And to get them into the Google Photos, you're going to start with Google Drive, because that's where the Google Doc was shared, was in Google Drive. And I'm going to go to shared with me right here. And here's that document, all our pictures. And then here's a link to that. And then what the partner is going to do is they're going to join this album. And then they're going to also add all of the pictures to their Google Photos library. That way they have access to all of them too. Now we're going to do one more thing in Google Drive before we close that up. And you can see right here that this partner has access to all their Google Photos. So to make sure that you have access to all your Google Photos, we're going to go to the settings in Google Drive. And we're going to make sure that this is checkboxed. Automatically put your Google Photos into a folder in My Drive. That's going to be important when we start using WeVideo in just a second. Okay, so I'm going to close up WeVideo because it's possible the first time that you use WeVideo, you will have never used it before. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. So if you go to Google Classroom, you'll see a link. It says when you're ready to use WeVideo, click on the link below, and then choose join with a new account. And then you're going to use your Google username and password to sign in. So I'm going to click on this link. Opens up a new tab, said join with a new account. And to use your Google username and password to sign in. All right, so now I'm ready to start making my claymation movie. So I'm going to click on Create New and Project. And you can do a collaborative project if you want. The reason I'm going to suggest that you do a personal project, though, is the collaborative project will let 2 or more people working on the project work on it, but only one person can be signed in at a time. So I'm going to let you guys decide what you want to do. I'm going to choose personal, my claymation movie, or whatever you want to call it. You could call it the name of your, whatever you decided the name of your movie was. This step right here is optional, so I'm going to just go to next and create video. And then you're going to see the WeVideo dashboard. So this is what the WeVideo dashboard looks like. And it's divided into sections. This is the media section. This is where you'll get titles. This is where you'll get audio. If you want to do some sort of transitions in between say your title and your first picture, your first video, and then you can also add graphics. But the first thing we're going to do is we're going to upload the pictures that were just that I just shared, and we're going to use Google Drive as the way that we're going to do that. And my Google Photos came up right away, but if you don't see your Google Photos, what you would do is type in here in Google Photos, and it shows up. And then what I would suggest you do is just import all of them, because probably you only used Google Photos in my class, and probably every single picture that's in your Google Photos library is for this project. So to get all of them, you click on one of them and then hold down the Shift key, scroll down to the bottom. Notice it jumped back up, so I'm not at the bottom yet. And you're just going to kind of keep doing that. And I'm still holding down the Shift key. I'm not letting go. And now I'm almost at the bottom. A lot of pictures that Logan shared with me. Logan and Xavier took lots of pictures. Almost there, I think. Good, I'm at the bottom. And then I click on the last picture, and it clicks on all the pictures in between. And then I click on select. And then what it's doing is it's reading the Google Photos folder. And one step I left out is you may have to give permission to Google Photos from WeVideo. And it shows you right here the percentage that it's done importing those photos. So through the magic of editing, I'm going to go ahead and stop now, and then we'll come back when it's at 100%. So now that you have all of your pictures in WeVideo, the next step is going to be to import them in numerical order. So we're going to do a couple things here. Yours probably looks like this. We're going to switch to the list view like this. And then right here, this is a filter. We're going to have it just show us photos, because what happens is Google Photos automatically makes some animations, which are videos of your pictures. So we're going to filter those out. And then we're going to choose name. We want to filter by the name. In this case, it's DSC, and then in numerical order, and we want it to be in ascending order. Then we're going to click on the first picture, hold down the Shift key, go down to the last picture. So you're going to keep going until this thing stops bouncing. And then we're going to drag them down to this second line that says video 1. And instead of having each picture stay on the screen for 5 seconds, I'm going to choose frames. And my suggestion is 3 frames per second. I'm going to click on done. And then through the magic of video editing, I'll come back when that's done. So now that all of your pictures are in your story and on line video 1, The next step is to watch your video. And I'll tell you that over the years, I have found this step to be the most frustrating because you're doing this on the internet. It's good because you can get to it from any computer, but it's bad because all of the hard work, which is called rendering, is done on WeVideo's computers. So if I click on play right here, sometimes I get this. I get to see a little preview of my video, and then sometimes you'll see there'll be black spots, and that's when WeVideo, like right here, is unable to render that back to me. So a workaround for this, and one that will provide you with less frustration, is when you click right here and it says finish, if you'll use 480p and Google Drive, so this doesn't matter here, the name of it. 480p is a lower resolution, which means it'll render your video faster. And then Google Drive will save a copy of your video to Google Drive. Then when you click on finish, what's going to happen is it's going to send your video out to WeVideo's website. It's going to render it, and it's going to provide you with a video link where you can watch your finished video, and you can see if it's too fast or too slow. You can see spots where you might want to add some audio or some sound effects. And if the rendering isn't working well for you, then this will provide you a way to not be so frustrated. So once it's done rendering, you'll get a video link, and I didn't make you sit and watch that. I'd say that took about 2 to 3 minutes for that to happen. You'll get a video link like this one. And then you can watch it, and there won't be any lag in it. And I think this looks pretty good. There's no audio because I haven't added any audio yet. I'll show you how to do that in just a moment. But this might be where you go ahead and hit pause right here, and you decide, okay, right here at 22 seconds, we're going to add a sound effect or some dialogue. So it does make you wait for a little while, but the good thing is then it doesn't have any lag. If your internet connection is really strong, you may find that when you click on play, it just plays over in the video editor. But this is a workaround that I've used over the years. All right, so we're going to come back to our project. And the next thing I'm going to show you how to do is to add text. And I'm going to use this top line to add the text for this video. You can also put it in front of your video or at the end. So down here you could put some text, but like I said, I'm going to use this top line because then what that does is it layers it and it plays right on top of the pictures. So to click on, to start with text, you just click up here on this tool, and you've got all these really cool texts. You can also use static text boxes, super basic. You can also use annotations where it's pointing to things. I think the motion titles are the coolest, so that's what I'm going to use. And I'm going to drag it right here. And then to edit the actual words, you double click. Our awesome movie by Logan and Xavier. Looks pretty cool. And then I'm going to get rid of this down here where it says bottom text. And of course, you can change colors. You can change fonts. And when you're done, you click on Done Editing. So the next thing I'm going to be showing you is how to add audio. So if you click right here where the music icon is, you'll have 3 folders that you can choose from. Free music, sound effects, premium music. So if you go to free music, got all this free music that you can add. If you go to sound effects, you're going to find sound effects are inside folders. So if you wanted a dog barking, you'd go inside here. look around. To listen to one, you double click on it. And then to use it, you drag it down to the audio wherever you want it to be. And then if you want to scrunch it up so that it's not playing the entire time, you can scrunch it up. I don't think that makes any sense here. So I'm going to delete that horse walking on the gravel. So also, if you go up here to where it says media, I've shared some music with you that you can use for your project. So if you go to this shared with everyone, I shared with you some YouTube music where people have made really cool productions and they don't want any, it's not copyrighted. So if you double click on that, again, you can listen to them. And then all you've got to do is click on it, hold down the control key, and share it to your project. So here's my projects. And then when you go back to your project, that's the wrong one. This is what happens when you have too many projects. Good news is it's on the internet. Bad news is it's on the internet. But anyway, now you can go to shared and you'll see that you can add those files that I shared with you as well. So you can also record your voice. So let me delete this. It does have some of the same problems that the rendering does. So to record your voice, you're going to click right here on the microphone. If you click on preview while recording and the rendering is working really well, then it'll actually play your video for you while you're recording. And then when you click on the microphone, and you can see mine's not working right now, my video's not playing. That's that rendering thing that I was talking to you about. Then you can actually record audio and you would see your video in this window up here. So I'd say a workaround is like what I was telling you before, and that would be, okay, so you decide you want some audio, say right here at 12 seconds. Then you drag it either from the free music, the sound effects, the premium music, the shared music that I shared with you, or you can go right here to where you want to record your voice and hit the microphone, and then it'll count you down like it's doing to me right now. And now it's recording my voice, and I could have the characters talking back and forth to each other. See, now it's trying to show me the rendering. But what you can see now, whenever we get back here, is it saved about 6 seconds of audio right here, which I could then drag down to wherever I wanted it to play. And here we go with the rendering again. So that's how you do audio. I'm sure you'll pick up on it real quick. And the next thing I'm going to show you is how to send it to me when it's all done. So the last thing I'm going to show you in this video is how to send it when it's all done. And this would be when you're all done with everything. You've got the title the way you want it, the audio the way you want it, all your pictures are on the screen for whatever amount of time you want. Remember, I suggest 3 frames per second, turn Ken Burns off, turn scaling off. I suggest the pictures be on the second line and all of your text be on the top line. And same with ending, if you're going to have any ending credits like I do in this example. So when you're all done and you've got everything the way you want it, you're going to save it. So I'm going to click here and choose save. And then you're going to click on finish. And this time we're going to choose 720p because that's going to be a higher quality. And if you have any thumbnail images to choose from here that you think will look cool, you could do that. I'm going to also choose Google Drive. And then when you click on finish, it'll go through the final rendering process, and that'll take a little bit of time. And then I'll come back when this is all done and show you what it looks like. So when that finishes rendering, just like before, you'll get a video link. So what you'll do is you'll click on the video link, and then you'll get a Google Classroom icon right here. You'll click on the Google Classroom icon, and then just ask you some basic questions. Which class do you want to turn this into? You won't have as many classes as I do. And then I made an assignment called Finished Movies. So then you'll click on Go, and that'll take you over to Google Classroom. You'll click on Attach. And then what you can do is go over to Google Classroom, click on View Assignment, and you can add any notes. We worked really hard on this. Mr. Osman, can you please put this on your YouTube channel or whatever. And then once you click on turn in, it's turned in. And of course, you don't have to post a comment. The comments are private between you and I.